a great pleasure and honor to be joined by the one and only, the man they call the Destroyer, perhaps next up for the WBC 147-pound title. He is the pride of the United Kingdom. He's the one and only Conor Benn. Is he here? There he is. The Destroyer is here. Conor Benn in the house, my man. How are you, sir? Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. When did you get here in New York?
Yesterday.
How do you feel about the snow and all that?
Yeah, good. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, huh?
Delayed about 5 hours though yesterday.
Because of that?
Absolute nightmare.
Coming from Mallorca or the UK?
From London.
Okay, so it's not too big of a... Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that. I saw you doing some media with that. Yeah. What prompted this? I saw the IFL geezer giving you shit over the hair, and I was like,
yeah,
hey,
but he can't pull it off. He's just upset. That's all.
I mean, you're not even on camera, and you're talking about people. Look at you. You're looking like $1 million here. I like it. I like it.
I'll take it.
What prompted it?
Impulsiveness. Very impulsive.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You just woke up and said, I'm doing this.
I just woke up, I shave it, then I grow it, then I shave it, then I grow my beard, then I shave my beard, change my car, then I,
You've had many different looks. I like this look. You do it yourself?
No, definitely not.
Okay, you go to a pro?
It turned out a bit yellow. If I
Yeah.
Yellowy green.
Does it represent something?
Apparently, changing your hair color as drastic as I have shows instability, which is weird.
Wait, it shows stability or
No.
instability?
Instability. Yeah.
Really?
Being unstable, yeah. I found that very interesting.
Are you unstable?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I feel like I know you, but I don't know you that well.
No,
maybe your missus could...
we won't ask her.
Yeah. Do you feel that way, though?
No,
is there
not
a part
at
of
all.
you? No.
What? Unstable?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe you have to be a little bit to be a fighter, right?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know where this conversation is going.
No, I don't know. I mean, you're the one that brought it up. But I feel like fighters... I don't possess the DNA that you possess. I don't have the courage. I don't have like that.
I wouldn't say you have courage to do things in your field.
I feel like that walk.
Yeah, but I feel like as fighters, you're either wired that way or you're not.
Right.
I couldn't do what you do.
Yeah, but this doesn't possess the kind of courage that you possess.
It possesses different qualities.
Yeah.
That I don't possess. And fighting, I have qualities that others don't. Then I look at other people in different industries and I go, wow, how'd you do that? Even to the point where I had people come in my house and do work in my house. They managed to put up some drawers, managed to put this up, put that up, change that room, create that room. And I'm going, wow, I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Because I can't even, put up a mirror.
What's interesting about that unstable line is that one of the things I wanted to ask you about was, we spoke like in the immediate aftermath of the Eubank win.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like as a collective family, the Benn family, does it feel like the 800-pound gorilla? Do you notice that a weight has been lifted off your dad's shoulders because of the history off your shoulders? Now, 3 or so months removed, does it feel that way? Because that would be the opposite of unstable.
It was nice. It was satisfying for us all as a family. The family feud. It felt like it was settled. It still feels now like it's settled. Like that's it. We've drawn a line in it now. Like that's it. We've made history. We've done what hasn't been done before, and it was just nice to do what I know I can do. Was it as exciting as the first fight? No, definitely not. But it wasn't about that for me. The second fight for me, it was just about winning. It wasn't about going in there and putting it all on the line. It was about going in there and boxing smart and staying disciplined throughout the rounds.
Do you watch it?
I've not watched it back yet.
Really?
No, but I've watched my ring walk about 10 times.
Okay.
Yeah, the ring walk was special.
Why not the fight?
Because I'm just my harshest critic. And I know there was a lot of things in the fight that I could have done better. So it's just, I think in order to improve and to want to be the best, you have to be your harshest critic.
Right.
So I can't sit down there from, a spectator's point of view and actually enjoy it. I don't enjoy watching myself fight unless I've rendered them unconscious in a few rounds. I don't. There's always room for improvement, and I'm always looking for that 1%.
So, will you never watch it, or like?
No, I will watch it when I have to.
Yes,
to the point
camp.
where to the point where I go, okay, I made that mistake. I could have done this better. This was good. That wasn't good. We're always looking, and I only watch my fights to improve from an improvement perspective. I don't watch it for entertainment at all.
Do you feel like you made a lot of mistakes? I mean, it was pretty flawless from like a spectator standpoint. It was pretty one-sided, but do you feel like you made a lot of mistakes?
Part of me wishes I showed that in the first fight, but then the other part of me was I'm happy the first fight went the way it went, because the second fight, it was Conor's a hothead. He can't keep his cool. He can't box. He can't be disciplined. He can't. And I feel like it's the can'ts in my life that fuel me to be the best fighter I can be. And yeah, it wasn't a matter of me showing my balls. It wasn't a matter of me showing my heart and you know, pointing all that. It's a matter of me just going in there, working my feints, working behind the jab, changing the variation of the jab, working the body early, sticking to the game plan, using my footwork to pull myself out and in, using my feints. It was all of those basic things in boxing, which I know I can do, which I should have done first time round, but you know, my head and my heart got the better of me. But that's all it was. If I'd lost the second fight, I would have felt like I had lost, and to the better man in general. Like, but I know he wasn't the better man. I know he couldn't beat me if I boxed. And you know, second time I've done that.
Do you feel like now, for the first time in maybe, I don't know, 4 or so years, like the future plans have nothing to do with this guy, have nothing to do with that name?
It's relieving.
Is that refreshing?
Yeah, it's relieving. Yeah, because you got to remember, it was for like over 3-4 years.
Yeah. Like
quite a lot, a big chunk of my career where it was, I owed the fight to the public, and I had delivered. I gave them what they wanted, and then I ended it on a victory. So I feel like, you know, now that that's finished, I can just move on with my career and you know, put that to bed.
I'm fascinated by the way in which the British public and media covers and treats its superstars, especially in sport. And I know you've had at times a contentious relationship with them. Do you feel like they've turned in your favor? Do you feel like you get the love and respect that you deserve?
Of course, but it's only temporary, isn't it?
Do you feel that now, at least?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I feel the love now, but you know, they love you, then they hate you, then they love you, and then, you know, the good guy can't be the good guy for too long. It's boring.
Yeah.
Right? You need something to hate on. And no doubt, you know, listen, we're humans. You know, I ain't perfect. I ain't no saint. I ain't no role model. But ultimately, I'm one hell of a fighter and love entertaining the public. I'm a servant of the public. I do this for you guys. When I'm in the ring, I want to deliver excitement for you all, because you don't pay your hard-working money to watch someone who wants to get on his bike and get on his toes. It's just not what I believe in. You know, and I'm happy that the first fight was what it was, because I want people in 30 years' time, I want the kids to go, yeah, I remember that. I remember sitting down, watching it with my family, having some fish and chips. And, you know, it was amazing. And it changes kids' lives. You know, how many kids were influenced to want to box because of that? You know, how many parents or families got together because of that? You know, so those are the sort of fights I want to deliver. I don't want to deliver no boring fights. It's just not what I'm about. It's not who I am. It's not what I stand for. When I see people talk about my dad's fights, I can see them vividly go back to that moment, to that ring walk, to that fight, to that punch, and relive that moment and that day with their families.
Why do you not consider yourself a role model?
Because I'm human. I feel like
someone that people can look up to and strive to be like.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't look at myself like that. You know, I'm the same as you. I mean, some people must look up to you, but I'm the same as every other man out there. You know, I have my demons, I have my good days, I have my bad days. I can have bad days. You know, so for me, I don't put myself up on a pedestal to be a role model.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I ain't perfect, far from it.
Less bad days after the win?
Yeah, a lot less bad days. Yeah. Definitely more good days. But you know, sometimes some people just have bad days, don't they?
Right.
Like, you could be having a bad day.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and you've got to put it on. Or someone may ask you for a picture, and you've just had an argument with someone really close to you, and you know, this has happened and that's happened. That's a bad day.
Of course.
But you can't have a bad day. To the general public, you always have to be okay, right?
And you're scrutinized 10 times more.
Yeah, but I don't, because every one person, not that I ever have and I never will, you say no to one person for a picture, even though you could be having a really bad day. Specifically during the days when I was going through my case.
Sure.
Someone go, oh yeah, can I have a picture? And I'm just like, oh my God, I've just had the worst news. But you have to have the picture.
Yeah.
Because every one person you're rude to, 20 people hear about it.
Right.
You know, so you can, and then you just have to accept it. Like, this is just the situation you're in. And it's a blessing more than it is a curse. It's not even a curse really, but some days you just have bad days.
Do you believe that's a real thing when I'm talking about the British media? Like Jude Bellingham was getting roasted a couple of weeks ago. Do you follow any of this stuff? And I spoke to AJ about it as well, and I feel like at times AJ has gotten a bit of an unfair shake. That's my opinion. I watch all the talk sport. I like to devour all this stuff, and I feel like at times they build you guys up, and then they want to, they really want to scrutinize Luke Littler, the darts guy.
Oh, I know.
This dude's
Yes,
getting
I
booed.
know.
I'm like,
I know.
this young kid,
How?
yes.
How?
He's so wholesome. And then he's getting booed. You saw that at the
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm
but
like,
do you know
how
what
is
it
this possible?
It does put me off a little bit. That why do we have to be that way? I don't understand it. Whereas over here in America, even your fighters or whoever could be have done something really wrong.
Right.
Free this guy. Free that guy. Oh, we hope he comes back. Oh, we hope he sorts his. In England, it's not like that.
Why do you think that is?
I think it may just be a culture thing. But then at the end of the day, I'm not going to be the one to slag my own people.
Sure. I'm not trying to make you do that.
No, because when they get behind you,
Yeah.
they get behind you.
Yeah.
But when you slip up, they turn. They make no shame in it. You can't make a mistake. Ultimately, that's why I sit here and I go, do you know what? I ain't no saint. And I ain't going to pretend to be something I ain't going to be. I turned pro at 19. I've made mistakes. I've lived a life. And I ain't going to sit here and pretend to be something I'm not for nobody. And I think when you can come to terms with that, as any fighters, people either love it or hate it, but ultimately, you just have to accept it. Not everybody in life's going to love you. Not everybody in life's going to hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, just be who you are. Go through life. Make mistakes. Learn for yourself. Do this. Go about it this way. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I am what I am. But that's my attitude now. But you see so many young fighters coming through or athletes feel the pressure of trying to be this and trying to be that when it's not who they are, in hopes that the public like them for that. And I see it so many times, and it's just word to the public. Like, we are human. Do you know what I mean?
Our most watched interview of 2025, I don't know if you would believe this or not, was you and Shakur Stevenson in our studio.
Yeah.
Because it was something like a buddy cop movie, like the two of you, such an interesting, different dynamic. But that was, and I know it kind of happened like organically and whatnot, but there was something there between the two of you. And now here you are, Shakur Stevenson
Where's
fight
my
week.
buddy gone?
He's not here. I promised Nicole there would be no surprises this time, no Shakur. But he's fighting on Saturday.
Listen, I like Shakur. I like him.
I want to see that fight now
But
because
I'd happily bang him out. Like, happily. But I like him.
Are you here to get a good look at him?
Of course I am.
Okay.
I'll be there ringside. He said he's going to come get in my face. Do I believe it? Probably not. But I'm on my business. I've come
Is
here
that
on
the
my
sole
business.
purpose?
That's why I'm here, yeah.
Okay, to make your
that's it.
presence felt.
Well, he knows I'm here.
Yeah.
He knows I'm here. So we'll see how he gets on. May the best man win. I think Teo can cause an upset.
Would you consider that an upset?
I would consider that an upset.
Shakur moving up to 140.
Now that's the thing. Teo's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
He's unorthodox. He's tricky. He's got fast hands. He's explosive. He's powerful. Got good ring IQ. But I feel like the best person to do the Philly shell outside of Mayweather is Shakur.
Okay.
I feel like he's crafty. Watch him. His ring IQ is phenomenal. But can he keep Teo off with his awkward movement and his counters?
So ultimately you're leaning towards?
You would go Shakur.
Yeah. I don't know if
Do you not?
Teo's bigger. I mean, I think Shakur's the better fighter, right? Pound for pound, I think he's the better fighter, the better boxer.
Better boxer.
Better boxer. Yeah, like a boxer, yeah. But, he's never fought at 140 before.
I mean, I hope Teo wins. But
You
then
do.
I like Shakur.
Isn't it better for you if Shakur wins?
Listen, but I've got my own. I've got Rolly.
Okay.
That we're trying to make for May.
Connor versus Shakur is a bigger fight than Connor versus Rolly, is it
I
not?
think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but Shakur's boring.
Nah, I like him.
No, but he is boring. Like his fight with Zepeda, I was impressed.
He's crafty.
Yeah, but you like it because you're like
He's tactical.
Yeah, exactly. But no one wants to see it. Some people want to see a little bit of blood, a little bit
This
of fun.
dude is headlining MSG on Saturday.
Yeah, but that's because of the matchup.
Yeah.
That's because it's a good matchup.
You don't think he's one of the biggest names in the sport right now? For better or worse?
For me, not at all. No, I wouldn't say.
Rolly interests you more?
I think Rolly's an exciting fight. I think it's an exciting build-up. And if not...
Was that fight against Ryan Garcia exciting?
Yeah, fair. You got me there. You got me there.
But the build-up would be great.
Yeah, you got me
But by the way, the build-up with Shakur would be great too.
Listen, all of them can get it.
Yeah.
Garcia, we're hoping Garcia wins because that would be a stadium. Whether we do Rolly in the meantime and then have Garcia or Barrios in August, September, June, July, August, September.
Okay, so let's break this down because Barrios and Garcia are fighting February 21st.
I'll be there ringside for that.
Okay, it's a bit of an American tour for you. Are you staying in America the whole time?
Yes, I'm here now until the end of Feb.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll be...
Where's home base, or are you just traveling around?
I'm here until early next week, and then I'll go to LA, train at Churchill's Gym with Pedro until the 19th, then I head to Vegas, and then back to LA.
Are you next in line for that belt?
I'm number one mandatory for the WBC.
Do you think the winner of that fight wants to fight you?
I don't think they have a choice.
Okay.
They get a hell of a purse, and mandatory. So unless they vacate, they'd have to fight me.
You have always said WBC means a lot to you. You want that green belt.
The WBC for me is the most prestigious belt in boxing.
Right.
For me, the WBC. My dad had it. It was the belt that I looked up to.
Sure.
It was the belt that was always, there as a kid in the background. It was for me, it's just always been about the green and gold belt.
So why entertain Rolly? That fight's just a few weeks away.
Do you think I want to wait till for someone who's a liability? I don't know what Ryan's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
You don't think he's mellowed out a little bit?
No.
No? I mean, the last build-up was kind of normal. The Rolly fight was kind of normal. The Haney one was crazy, but the Rolly one was fine, no? This one's been fine.
Yeah, but he lost.
Yeah.
A fight he shouldn't have lost. The upset of the year. One of the upsets of the year.
But he did make the walk.
Well, exactly. You think I'm going to chance that?
Yeah.
Or maybe not, and me hold out for that. So unless I can get a guarantee, something written in writing where, me holding out is worth something, and it's June, July, August.
That's Rolly. Or you're saying Rolly way before?
Rolly would be like May.
Oh, wow.
End of April, early May.
And then you make a quick turnaround in a perfect world.
I'm ready.
You're ready to go.
I am so ready.
Right.
I've been
you wish
ready.
You were fighting this weekend?
Yes, I've been ready.
Okay.
I ran 9 kilometers this morning.
Wow.
Already, I'm tired. But I got up at 3 in the morning, then 5 in the morning, then ran at 6. Then I've been running 11K, 16K, 12K just to get my weight down. Dying, had my chef cooking for me full time. Getting my weight down. I got down to 157.
Okay.
So, I've been disciplined over the Christmas period, over the festive season, and just been disciplined throughout, just to make sure that I give myself every best chance to win the world title. So the reality is, if they go to me, do you want to go in April, mate? Cool, no problem.
Where would that be?
O2, probably.
O2.
Probably.
Headliner.
Definitely.
And so would it be fair to say you're leaning towards that?
Unless we can get something in writing where it's definitely going to be June, July.
If Barrios is the one who wins that fight, are you less interested?
No.
Okay, it's about the belt.
It's about the belt, yeah.
The Ryan fight is huge.
Yeah, but I think any fight I'll be in is.
But he's a great dance partner.
Who, Rolly?
No, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, but he's a liability.
Right.
So is he going to win? He should win. That's the thing. He should win. He should be the favourite, heavy favourite. But you just don't know. And then then he does win. Then what? Have I got to wait around for him to mess around and lose his head and fall off the wagon?
Are you surprised he's getting the title shot?
No, because if you understand the game, you understand money makes sense.
Sure. But he's coming off a loss.
Yeah. I'm sure Barrios has begged everyone to make the Garcia fight, as the champion, to earn a good bit of money. You think he's had hard fights, almost lost his title against Abel Ramos?
Yeah. And then Manny. I thought Manny won the fight.
So what'd you do then?
I actually wanted to see them run it back.
No.
Why?
No, because Manny's like...
It was incredible to see that.
I know.
He turned back the clock.
Yeah, I know, but Manny's just like... It was hard to watch. I'm happy I didn't fight Manny.
No,
I'm happy I didn't. Yeah,
but a different type of fighter.
But he's a great. He's a GOAT.
He hung in there with the WBC champ. He went the distance. I actually thought he won.
So did I.
Yeah. So doesn't he deserve another crack?
Did he want another crack?
No, it didn't really seem like he campaigned, to be honest.
Yeah, he weren't pushing for it.
Yeah.
So you think the Garcia fight? I'm happy for Barrios getting that fight because it's very, very, very rare that people retire with the money and the belt.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really happy for Barrios to have the opportunity to be in a mega fight, 2 mega fights back to back.
You think you versus Garcia is a stadium fight in the UK?
Definitely a Wembley fight, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we would be.
He has said he'd like to do that. He has said he wants to go out there.
If it's saying and doing are very different things. Do I think he actually really wants it? I don't know.
Okay.
But ultimately, if we can get something in writing by the end of this month, which is in like a few days.
What, January? You're hoping to get it in writing before he fights?
I'm hoping we get something sorted out.
Wow.
I've got a meeting with the team this week. So hopefully we get something more concrete.
Okay.
A plan for this year. Because I'm not just going to wait around to listen, I want the biggest commercial fights, but I'm not going to sit and wait around when I've missed out 2 years of my career just for the big financial gain. I'm sitting comfortable right now.
Right.
And I still want to be out. You'd think after the 2 fights and what I've earned that I'd be chilling. But I'm just eager to get back out and really make up for lost
You're hungry?
time. Yeah, very, extremely more hungry than I've ever been.
Can I tell you the one I really want to see as well?
Come on.
Devin Haney. Come on.
Why?
Wouldn't that be
Shakur
fun?
and Devin with you? They're like, their styles are just like.
I feel like
they don't do me no. No,
you'd be
I
the
can't.
antidote.
No.
He'll be their kryptonite.
He's the worst. Like Haney's the worst. Cause
Nice win over Brian Norman, no? I saw you falling asleep there ringside.
Yeah, that's for the camera.
Yeah. It was the middle of the night, was it not?
I was exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was shattered.
I could feel all of you tired. I mean, it's like 5 in the morning.
But I then had a yacht booked for the next day.
Oh, God.
So I've had to then just roll all the way through. But then everyone in Dubai was all ready to have a good day.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just sitting there going, oh my God, I don't know I'm going to survive. And then Haney did not help at all. You know?
You weren't impressed?
He's sharp. He's a sharp fighter. He's got good ring IQ. Very negative. He's very negative to watch. Very jarring to watch.
What do you mean by negative? I thought you meant like his personality.
No.
As a
Just very
fighter.
negative. Just like doesn't want to engage, or it's like he's really hesitant to let his hands go. Do you know what I mean?
He has fought like a who's who, though. You do have to give him that credit, right?
You got to respect it. You
Yeah.
have to. You know, he's achieved a lot for his young age. How old is he? 26?
Yeah, he's not that old. He's something.
Yeah, he's achieved a lot. But we're not talking about achievements here. I'm talking about entertainment. He doesn't entertain me in the slightest. I think he's got a very negative, jarring style. But he's achieved a lot in the game doing that. But it's one of the things where would you rather lose an exciting fight or win a boring fight? Because then it's like, did you even win, bro?
Right.
Because no one wants to watch you fight. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's like I'd rather the Eubank first any day of the week than over winning a world title in a boring manner. But that's just me, because no one's going to remember my accolades. No one's going to go, oh yeah, but he done this. People are going to remember how you made them feel. I like to see Haney sell out a stadium with anyone currently in boxing. He couldn't even sell out my front living room.
Hey, him and Cambosis back in the day. That was a massive
But that
venue.
was Cambosis.
I know it was.
So you can't. I know you're trying to work it.
No, I'm not trying. I have no dog in the race here. I'm just trying to see who's available.
That was Cambosis.
Yeah,
Exciting fighter.
It was.
He's a gladiator, Cambosis.
Haney versus Ben, though, at the O2 sells out.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's
Because of you. It's because of you. That was a layup for you. I was good.
Yeah, he was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just got a negative style. I think Garcia will be a fun fight. I think Rolly would be a fun fight. I think Haney's a great fighter. Like, don't make no mistake about it. Don't get me twisted in what I'm saying. Haney's a great fighter. Just not. I wouldn't tune in to watch him. I'd rather watch Jake Paul fight.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I saw you say you think Jake beats Ryan Garcia.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah? Is it because of the size or is it because of the skill?
Do you know what? He's actually really impressed. He's really shocked me because he has improved. So everyone say what they want about him. He ain't got to do this.
Yeah.
He's made a fortune doing so by understanding marketing. He's a genius. I ain't even spoke to Jake Paul. I don't like.
Yeah.
But for him to make the money he's made off of someone who's a novice, who's fought Anthony Joshua, fought Mike Tyson. All right, let's go back to AJ. Okay, fought AJ.
Were you surprised he did that ultimately?
I was surprised.
That he had the balls.
I was surprised. Of course.
Yeah.
You got to rate it. You have to respect it. You have to. You know, when there's a lot of fighters dodging and ducking, professional fighters, seasoned pros, you know, that wouldn't do that.
But there's a difference between that and beating Ryan Garcia. Like having balls and being a good marketer is different than beating a title contender, right? What makes you think that? Is it just because he's that
based
much
on the
bigger?
based on the way Garcia fought Rolly, I think.
Really?
Yeah, based on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you pin that on Ryan just not being there that night, or do you think that that's who he is now as a fighter?
It's a real hard one because it's like
He was much better against Haney. He's a completely different guy.
He looks good.
Amazing.
Yeah, but then you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know how. It's hard going through what he went through as well. Do I believe him? Yes, I do.
You do?
I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
The Austrian and
Yeah,
all
I
that?
do. I
Yeah.
do believe him. I do. Do you know what I mean? And to go through that, I know the pain.
Yeah.
I know the pain. And everyone deals with it differently. For me, I dealt with it bad maybe over a few months, where it was just 3-4 months where I was, self-destructive. Like, it was a matter of me just, everything had gone. Everything had gone. Everything I stood for had gone. My faith had let me down. And I know he's a man of faith. And those 3-4 months I was in a real bad way. But I didn't stay like that. Then I was like, you got to pull yourself together. You have to get through this. Otherwise they win. If you can't pull yourself through this, they win. And then I got myself back in the gym and then was training every day. And that's the difference. Has he, got back on his horse and kept going? I don't know, but it showed in that Rolly fight. So is this now just him? Or was that just an off night? First fight back, was it just an off night for him? For me, it was a matter of I need to just stay ready. When this is done, I need to be ready so I can jump straight into a Eubank fight and deliver 12 rounds of fire, excitement, entertainment, edge of your seat. And that's only because I stayed ready. And that's only because I stayed in the gym and disciplined and can compartmentalize my emotions and say, listen, get to the gym. Each day it gets easier. And that was a fight in itself. But ultimately, I am now where I am because I stayed consistent. I stayed in the gym, stayed disciplined. And unless you have good people around you, you don't. And if I didn't have the people I had around me, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be talking to you today. I'd be 6 feet under. So I don't know if he's got any people around him.
Yesterday we spoke to Eddie, one of those good people I would imagine in your life around you. And he got very, very emotional talking about AJ.
Yeah.
I right after that saw a video of him. I don't know if you saw this video. He's at like some football pitch with young kids, and it was beautiful to just see him smile for a second. I can't imagine what he's going through. Do you have any relationship with him? Are you mates?
No, I wouldn't say like I speak to him, but he's everyone, the whole nation felt his pain and what he was going through. I'm sure the whole world did.
Yeah.
And having to pull himself through that, is again going to be a fight in itself. But AJ has good people around him. A promoter who cares, a friend who cares. And the nation who's supporting him and backing him through this tough time.
Yeah, my heart breaks for him because he exploded here in the United States. He became a phenom after that fight against Jake, right? Like my whole feed, my social media feed was all women talking about how beautiful Anthony Joshua.
Oh, right, same.
I bet.
Same.
But it was nice to see as an American, like, oh wow, the world has finally learned about this guy who's been fighting for like 13 years. So for him to deal with that is an awful thing.
He'll get through this.
I hope so.
He will. Because he'll fight through this, and no doubt it's going to be hard, and no doubt, there's trauma there, but he'll no doubt fight through this. He'll have good people around him, advising him well, and being the support he needs.
Surprised to see Tyson Fury come back. This news came out today.
I'm not surprised.
No.
No.
His 46th retirement has come to an end. Surprised to see the opponent.
No.
Okay.
Perfect opponent.
Netflix.
Interesting,
right?
Interesting. I think it's great. I think it's great for boxing.
Massive.
I think it's good for boxing. It does numbers. People tune in, and that's what matters. Is making it accessible for everybody to watch, but also more eyeballs. To appealing to a different audience. That's what it's about. Boxing's changed from where it was back in the day. Now you want to appeal to the general public, everybody.
So, it's interesting because he's a DAZN fighter now because Queensberry's on DAZN, as was Anthony Joshua, as was Katie Taylor. But I'm not trying to slag off DAZN. Netflix is the biggest streaming platform in the world. So them being more and more interested in these fights and not, celebrity fights, right? Like,
they're obviously delivering.
Yeah.
They're obviously delivering the numbers. Netflix are obviously happy with the numbers.
Yeah, this is good.
It's very good.
Would you like to be on Netflix?
Listen, I'll fight wherever, as long as people are watching.
Right.
You know, I don't want people to have to do this, log into that, change this, change that.
Everyone has Netflix though, right?
Yeah. Well, listen, if that time comes, that time comes. You know, ultimately for me, it's about being in the biggest fights on the biggest platforms. That's what it's about, and that's all I care about.
You talk about that belt a lot. Fascinating time in the sport because there's an entity called Zuffa Boxing that's coming in and saying, we don't want to deal with those belts. We're not recognizing those belts. We're going to have our own belt.
It's ballsy.
What do you make of all of this?
I think it's good for boxing.
You do? Okay, why?
I think it's great for boxing. For the fighters mainly, because it's more competition, bigger platforms, and I just think it's great for boxing as a whole. It's nice to change it up. Don't you agree?
Oh, well, as a journalist, I think it's amazing because there's a lot
it's fascinating.
It's great to cover and follow.
Because who's done it?
Well, trying to radically change like this. PBC tried to do something, but they didn't quite get off the ground.
They have the backing though, don't they?
Oh my God. Well, you know what's interesting about this? TKO that owns Zuffa Boxing, they own WWE, they own UFC, and now they're doing boxing, right? And in those two worlds, they are the sport. Here, they're the underdog trying to disrupt the sport. So it's really interesting to see them in this spot.
From a journalist perspective, you must be watching that closely.
Oh, and then there's the stuff with Eddie. Dana White has never had a foil like Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
And Eddie has never had a foil like Dana White. And so that is fascinating to watch unfold as well. They were mates, now they're not really mates, and there's compliments and little...
It's exciting, it's good, it's entertainment across the board. As long as I care more about the fighters.
Yeah. Did you watch their first show? Did you see any highlights?
I didn't watch it, no.
Did you see anything?
No. I mean, I saw it.
They've got uniforms. The fighters are wearing uniforms like
I haven't
UFC.
seen that. No.
Yeah, they're all wearing uniforms.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that? You're someone who's unique. You've got a style.
I would always be unique in terms of my style.
But you're wearing a uniform. It's hard to stick out.
Oh, but you
have to wear the uniform.
Yeah, but I'm not them people who are fighting.
No, meaning if you fight for them.
For them.
Yeah. How do you... My thesis is fighters should not be wearing uniforms. We love individuality.
Joe, it's hard because it works for UFC.
Yeah, it does. So they're taking the same model.
Well, so it works for UFC. The one belt works for UFC. So in their eyes, why does it not work for boxing when it worked for boxing years ago? Where there was one world champion. It wasn't confusing. There was no interims. There was no diamonds, silvers, golds.
British, Commonwealth, all this stuff.
So there was so many. So I understand it. I get it. It worked for UFC. Can it work for boxing? It's interesting to see. Interesting to see how it all plays out. But I think competition's good. Not just for the fighters. There's plenty of competition for us. But for the promoters.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very interesting time for boxing.
You think there will be a time where the WBCs and WBOs and IBF and WBAs, they will all become obsolete?
I can't see it.
Okay.
It's going to cost a hell of a lot of money. And a lot of consistency. And it won't be anything...
tomorrow. It's not going to happen tomorrow.
No.
But do you think fighters will come up?
Can I see it? I don't. Yeah. I mean, I can't see it personally. How do you get rid of the WBC when it's like the most prestigious belt in boxing? I struggle to see it when so many world champions have won that. But anything's possible in this day and age. Listen, if Jake Paul can fight Anthony Joshua, anything can happen.
Well, I could see a world where in 5-10 years, they're the dominant brand, if they are the dominant brand, and their belt now becomes the dominant belt. If they don't have to play ball with these guys because the Ali Act has been changed.
That takes heavy backing.
They've got the backing.
Well, if they've got the backing,
they've got Turkey and they've got...
Then no doubt they'll do it.
Is that good? As someone who feels so strongly about the WBC, your father held the belt.
Listen, you got to move with the times. And things change. Look how much boxing's changed as a whole in itself. It's changed. Boxing's from what it was now to when I had my debut. Completely different sports, completely different crowds, completely different supporters, people's entertainment. See boxing differently. People tune in now for misfits, tune in to watch celebrities fight, tune in to watch Jake Paul fight. You're doing mad numbers with Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
The boxers in 50-50 fights, tough fights. Blood in there, sweat, you losing years off their life. It's sort of fights. Not getting caught at 10th of the number of views that Jake Paul done.
Right.
So you sit there and you go, okay, well, what's going on? And it is the entertainment business. And I think that's what most people forget. Money talks. Viewers on screen. That's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about.
Prize fighting.
Yeah, that's what it's always been about. Ultimately, would I rather win a world title to stack up in the cabinet but I can't afford to pay my mortgage?
Right.
Or would I rather have the money in the bank and my kids go to private school? You know, so you sit down there and you go, only a fool would choose to have the belt up in a home you can't afford to pay for, to put a roof over your kid's head. I do this for my kids. I want my kids to have the best things, the finest things in life. Always. I brought them into this world. I will do anything and everything in my power to give my kids the best I can. That's my legacy. My kids are my legacy. See, everything else, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My kids are my legacy. And that's how I learned to look at it. That's what Miguel Cotto told me. And I live by it.
When did he tell you this?
Few years ago.
Okay.
And I said, oh, you're like one of my favourite fighters. He's gone, what? I said, you know, your legacy. He said, what do you think of the belts? He's gone, no, the belts, it doesn't matter. My legacy is my kids.
Wow.
I was just like, you know what, you're right.
Were you a dad at that point?
Yeah, I had my son.
Okay. How old are your kids now?
My son is 5, my daughter is 19 months.
Okay, so still very young.
Yeah, so that's what it's for. Like, hey son, look. Yeah, but daddy, you know, can I have this? Or daddy, can I go here? Daddy, can you take me somewhere hot? And he says all these things to me. Daddy, can we go somewhere hot?
Allah.
Yeah, sweet son, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. We'll go tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And that's the sort of life I want for my kids and my family. It's changed over the years, though. It's only now I have kids, my whole perspective changed. And my court case over the past 2 years, where it was hard for me. It was tough, really tough time for me. You know, not earning, not knowing what I'm doing, spending millions in legal bills, hundreds of thousands monthly fighting this case. Where I sat down and I've gone, do you know what? What's your priority here? And my priority is to never be in that kind of position again, where I could even be close to being in that position again. So the reality is, if they go to me, this is what you're getting, or you're getting a world title, you have to weigh it up. As fighters.
What happens when and if your son wants to follow in your footsteps like you followed in your... He can?
Of course
okay.
He can.
Would you be open to this?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Would I encourage it?
Would you like for this to happen?
I mean, boxing gave me a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, but it gave me discipline. It gave me understanding. It gave me resilience. It gave me strength. It gave me thick skin. And I feel like to be successful in anything you do in life, you have to have all those qualities. So really, if he wanted to go into the boxing gym, no problem, son. You could go to the boxing gym. How good he is, it's regardless, because it's the qualities boxing gives you. You know, which is the discipline, which is work ethic, which is resilience, mental toughness, you know, endurance, finding out who you are as a man, you know, stability, you know, and all those factors, all those feelings will take you into being successful in anything you do in life, whether it be business, whether it be whatever it is. It translates across to the board.
I know you won't push him in that direction, but would you like for him to do it? Like, knowing what it did for you, would you? It
has its toll on you.
Yeah.
It has its toll.
And it's hard to be the son of a famous fighter, right? You know better than anyone.
But then when you have thick skin, it don't matter.
But it takes time to get the thick skin.
It takes time, yeah, of course. But
because there was once a time you and your dad, you weren't the best of friends. You seem like the best of friends now, right?
Yeah, now he's my hero. Yeah.
Do you apply those lessons in that relationship to the relationship that you have?
What
now
my
with
dad was trying to teach me, he raised me firmer than any of his other kids, and I never understood why. And it's definitely helped me become the way I am now. But ultimately, you go through things in life, and you have to be resilient. You have to be strong, because the only way you lose is if you quit. And I know that sounds like cliche to say, but it's the truth. The only time you lose is if you stop going. You know, you won't reach your destination then. That's how I strongly feel about anything you choose to do. You know, but it'd be anything in life. It could be business, you trying to work your way up the ladder. People saying, you're doing this, or you're doing that, you're doing this, and tearing you down. But ultimately, my dad paved the way for me.
Why was he so tough on you?
I think he was worried about me becoming like him. I think that's why. But I was only a kid, so
which means what?
I think my dad was just worried for me. I think my dad just didn't want me to ever make the mistakes he made in life, and obviously my dad walks closely with God now and has done for years. but he was Satan's right-hand man, he called himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild man.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I hear things like, "Oh my God."
Satan's right-hand man.
That's what he called himself.
He calls himself
yeah,
that.
Used to.
Yeah, of
when
course.
he was fighting.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where my dad didn't want me going down that path, and I've never been raised that way. But my dad's obviously I'm like my dad in very many ways, and when I mean I'm like my dad, it's just mental, because as I get older, I go, oh my God.
You're turning into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
And I'm going for the good and the bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I get it, Dad. What you were trying to tell me at 10, I now get. But I was a kid then.
At 10?
Yeah, from young. Yeah.
Did you ever revolt on him and be like, yo, man, chill?
Well, not quite like that.
Yeah.
Punch in the face. So not quite like that.
Pops?
He weren't really someone you couldn't really have that sort of talk with him.
Okay.
Back then. He was disciplinarian. He was strict.
Really?
Yeah, he was strict, yeah.
Mom the same?
A little bit.
Was she the good cop to his bad cop? Was she the one that
They were both quite firm.
Okay, geez.
Yeah, they were both quite firm. But the mother's love's different though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
The mum's like more, even when she's strict and disciplined, is still out of a different sort of nurturing love.
Of course.
Even though she was firm. Whereas my dad was like just outright firm. Like just firm.
And you rebelled against it?
As much as I could. Yeah. Up until I was 18. Up until I was 18. And then I sort of had a change in understanding you love me, Dad, like who my dad was in terms of as a man and why he was the way he was. And then we found out like my dad had mild bipolar, and then we sort of we understood then.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Mental health is a thing, and I think people don't talk about it. And even me now to this day, you're constantly learning, you're moving with the times, and you understand that mental health is a thing. All the trauma my dad went through when he was young. So now becoming the man he is today is a blessing to see.
I heard you tell a great story about your debut where you said that you were like shitting yourself before the fight. Like you were
hugely.
So nervous.
Yeah, more than any other fight I've ever had.
Do you laugh now thinking back on that?
No, because I was scared.
You still get scared?
No, not now, nah. Like even walking out to the Pacto 2, like I was in my element.
Yeah.
Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just like...
You've done it like 60,000, 70...
Yeah, I've done it. Like,
but the first fight, trembling.
You're trembling.
To the point where maybe you thought like...
No, to the point where I'm here now, and like there is no... I'm here now. I wasn't even meant to be pro. I'm not even meant to be sitting here today. I wasn't even meant to be a pro fighter.
What does that mean?
It means it was a fluke how I turned pro. I went to the gym. I had 20 amateur bouts from 17 to 18. 18 to 19, I didn't box at all. 19, I moved back to the UK and I went to Tony Sims' gym and I put down a hot prospect at the time. Never put anyone down before in my life. Never. I put someone down, a hot prospect at the time, like God only knows, this right hand must have landed from God. And that was it. And then when we want you on the next stage, Bill. Bearing in mind, I had from 17 to 18, I had my 20 amateur bouts in Australia in like bingo halls.
Yeah.
Then 18 to 19, no boxing at all. 19 at my debut, and now I'm here.
And you're crapping yourself.
I was shitting myself.
You told a great story about like you're throwing punches and you see Ricky Hatton sitting ringside, and you're like, "This is for you, Ricky."
Yeah.
What do you think of this one?
Yeah, it was the.
But that doesn't sound like someone who's crapping themselves. By the way,
I was.
You were?
I was.
Yeah.
But
you're like you're
because I studied Ricky a lot, and I also trained with Ricky, didn't I?
Yeah.
For a few months. So he was my favorite fight. It was the first fight I ever went to. Was his fight.
Wow.
His last fight was the first fight I ever went to.
Wow.
So,
first fight you ever went to as a spectator?
Yeah, first.
How old are you?
16.
Yeah. Why you never went before?
No, my dad kept boxing separate from me.
Okay.
I was never raised in a gym where fighters, never raised in a house where fighters were glorified by God. My dad's accomplishments weren't from God. That whole lifestyle was from the enemy and destruction and heartbreak and chaos, and that was my dad's career. That's how my dad felt his career was. So it was never he never glorified it, because there was a lot of baggage that come with his career, a lot of trauma, a lot a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, you know, and from, you know, so it was just never really spoken about in my house. Never watched the boxing. No, never watched no sport really.
Wow. 12 years old, he's not like, come son, I want to show you
No
this.
way. I lived in Mallorca.
Yeah, I know.
I went to a really religious school,
Yeah.
really religious church. So no, there was no.
That's wild.
Yeah, there was no. I weren't who you see today.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I've ended up like this.
What do you mean by that?
Means like I used to skateboard and listen to heavy metal music.
Yeah. BMX too, right?
BMX, yeah. But like fully, like, I loved it.
You were like a West Coast like punk kid.
Yeah, you could say that.
Crazy.
Yeah, you could say that. But I loved it. That was all I do. No interest in. I used to sing in the church choir, play the guitar. Oh. Yeah, so that was who I was up until I was maybe 17.
How did Ricky's passing affect you?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
Because he's someone that's he's just you could never, you can't understand it. You can't understand it, but then in the same breath I can because of my dad. But then also it's painful when you know the family. But then also Ricky and what an idol and icon he is, and how what he done changed so many people's lives. You know, so it's hard to process because he had so much time for me as an individual. You know, he took me in, you know, as a fighter. When I moved from Australia to the UK, I went and moved straight with Ricky Hatton.
Wow.
You know, so, and he was my favourite fighter. He was my hero. You know, I love watching him, how he was with the public. Who he was as a man.
The everyman. He was, yeah.
You know, so it was hard to process. Even now, it's still like hard.
Yeah.
Because he's a legend. Always will be a legend. He got me. I know my dad is who my dad is.
Sure.
But that fight night that I watched, even though I didn't go his way, it got me into boxing.
Wow.
So to be training with him, it was like, wow, this is some moment. Then also to take me in and make me feel welcome as well. I remember that as a kid. And you remember who makes you feel at home, even though I wasn't even at home.
Was he great? Was he as great as he seemed to be?
Yeah,
like
even better.
Just at the gym, even better.
Yeah,
wow.
Even better.
In what way?
He'd always make me laugh.
Wow.
He lights up a room. Yeah, like he's there. You can hear his voice from a mile off.
Right.
Yeah.
So what a tragedy. What a tragedy. Because he was so open with his struggles, and then to see it play out this way.
It was hard. It was hard because it's like you have everyone there. But it's a fight that you want nobody to lose. You know, and it's the same with my dad. You know, I've seen my dad fight his demons. You know, at stage it was almost every single day. And I get it. I get why my dad trains so hard now. Because mental health is a thing. It's a massive thing. You know, and I don't think people really shed light on it, or people don't talk about it. Mental health is a thing. I deal with it myself. You know, I deal with it myself. I get frustrated with myself. I haven't got it all together. You know, and there's people out there fighting it every single day. Some people are stronger than others. Some people are weaker than others. And it's just about having a good network of people around you. You really feel like you can be vulnerable to and lean on like your safety point, people you can go to. You know, and it's hard. It's like, that's why I say the hardest fight is life. The hardest fight ain't in the ring. It's 36 minutes. I find it more peaceful when I'm in training camp. I find life easier when I'm in training camp.
Because of the discipline?
It's just structured, it's just routine. And after my fights, back in the day, I used to free fall. I used to just have my fight, have my high, and then I'd free fall into oblivion. And I just get myself in a real bad way. And it's only now, maybe the past 3-4 years, where I've found out what works for me. That's waking up first thing in the morning and training every single day. It's the non-negotiable. No matter what, I prioritize my run or my training in the morning over absolutely anything and everything. I prioritize getting up in the morning over my kids. I prioritize getting up in the morning over absolutely everything, because if I'm not okay, then nothing's okay.
Right.
You know, so I make sure that I get up and I train, because then that sets me up for the day. But my household is understanding that waking up first thing in the morning is training is non-negotiable. Wake up 10k in the morning, whether I feel like it or not. And this is where motivation means nothing. It's just discipline, getting up and doing it. And for everybody out there, this doesn't just apply to boxing. This applies to everybody. Wake up and do something first thing in the morning. Make you feel good about yourself, and it'll set you up for the day.
By the way, we've seen some bitter rivalries that turn into friendships. You and Chris like text, send DMs, anything?
What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe like now you've gone through the fire together. Like, hey mate, hope you're doing well.
Genuinely, what do you think?
I'm gonna say no based on what you're saying here, but we've seen it before.
Yeah, but you knew the answer to that anyway.
No, I mean,
You knew the answer to that.
Eddie told me yesterday he sent Dana a DM. I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah, what was the DM?
Let's meet up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which I thought was very big of him.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Did Daniel reply?
He did, but they couldn't figure it out. Right? That was my reaction.
Oh, Daniel replied?
He did,
Oh,
yeah.
now they're about to be best buddies.
No, I don't know about that. I was actually surprised that I just didn't know, like, hey, mate. Like,
No, I wouldn't.
He's kind of disappeared.
I don't think I'd talk to Chris ever again.
Okay. And you're happy about that?
Yeah, I just, it was what it was. The fight was what it was. But he's not my cup of tea. Like, I don't like it. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Listen,
you don't have to be.
It's okay. I respect him. I respect him as a fighter. I respect him for being the fighter he is. I also respect him massively for walking in the same shoes as his dad.
Right.
Despite all the criticism, despite the verbal abuse, the social media abuse that we have both received, you know, I respect it because it's so easy to quit. Like, he is one tough guy, you know, mentally to withstand that, because I know I'm a tough guy to withstand it. You know, not just now. It's fine now.
Yeah.
I don't care now.
Yeah.
As a kid, coming through is where it can break you and crumble you.
Well, I will say I'm not happy to hear that, but it does sort of validate everything that we've heard, because sometimes you go through this like fight promotion and the guys hate each other, and at the end they're singing Kumbaya, and it's like, well, that was all fake.
I told him I still don't like him after the fight. I did. When he come over to me, I said, I still don't like you, so I ain't going to talk no shit. But, and that was when I said, I respect you for the fight.
Right.
I'm not going to talk this high talk now and,
No.
like, oh, Chris, you know, I don't like you. But I respect you. And I think respect is more important than like.
Fair. First time at MSG this weekend?
First time.
First time. Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What a venue. The world's most famous arena.
Is it a good venue?
Oh my God. It's literally called the world's most famous arena.
Okay, there you go.
You think the O2 is cool.
The O2 is my favorite.
This doesn't even hold a candle to the O2.
Have you been to the O2?
Absolutely. March 8, 1971. The fight of the century. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier at that building. That venue. That same one. They still have the scale in there.
Oh, I'm excited now. I'm more excited.
It's the freaking best.
Can you feel it?
Yes.
Is it like the Lion's Den?
It's like a theater. The lighting, the way the seats come in, the look at the roof.
It's a good view from any seat.
Everything. It's
How many does it hold?
It's smack dab in the middle of the city. This chaos, it's right there.
How many does it hold?
For boxing, probably 19 to 20,000.
So literally like the O2.
No, the O2 is like MSG. It is one of one. It's the Mecca.
I've not been yet, so.
You tell me after.
All right, cool.
You tell me after. It's the Mecca. You will get goosebumps. Look at the rafters, the jerseys up there. There's nothing like it.
Fight there once this year.
Let's go.
I might have to try and make that happen. I have to go.
There's no venue like it. And everyone says MSG, but there's the theater next door. It's like the Indigo to the O2.
Okay.
This ain't the Indigo. So some people say, I fought at MSG. No, you didn't, with all due respect. That's the theater. That's next door. This is the big house. You'll see, and you tell me, all right?
I'm excited, you know.
It's always great to catch up with you. I really appreciate our chats. You're so thoughtful and authentic and just, you're very real. So I appreciate it very much.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the fights. Maybe we'll see you in there with Shakur afterwards.
What, in the ring?
Yeah, why not?
No problem.
And then I'll say I started that.
As well. Yeah.
I'll say I made that happen in this studio. You're the man. Thank you so much, Conor.
Pleasure.
The Absolute Man will take a quick break. John Silva joining us. Don't go anywhere. Be back right after this. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up. Leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.